What's going on, guys? It's Sep, and today we're going to be going over which one of these is better, the D.F.A, the Adept, or the Austringer. Now, I went through back and forth getting as good a rolls as I could for the D.F.A. I have a 4 out of 5 right now. The only thing I'm missing is I have Wellspring instead of opening shot, and then I've got my crafted Austringer that I've used excessively. I love them both. I swapped from Air Assault to Snapshot until they make the changes on Air Assault. I've used both these hand cannons quite a bit. This is the new D.F.A, so I had another one with hundreds of kills, and I feel like I've got a pretty good grasp on both of them. So, which one do I like more? Well, first of all, they're very similar statted, but the first thing you're going to notice is that the Austringer has 2 more bullets in the magazine, which is a dramatic difference. That is a lot more. I know it doesn't seem like 2 bullets would come in handy, but it does. It is quite necessary in a lot of different gunfights, and it's come in clutch because of that. Also, it has 11 more stability. That is a lot of extra stability. We can count the range, handling, and reload speed as negligible, barely bigger on the D.F.A, so we'll just call that a draw. But the stability is 11 more. That is a ton of extra stability, and it is mainly because of the fact that it is crafted. Since it is crafted, I was able to get the perfect roll, as well as the fact that you can get ricochet rounds on Austringer, which is a stat monster of a magazine. And then you can get enhanced snapshot for the extra 5 stability, and then enhanced opening shot just makes opening shot better. So overall, it's just going to have better perks than the D.F.A. So why do I like the D.F.A so much? Why am I considering the fact that something with less stats than the Austringer is better anyways? Well, it's the feeling of the gun. The sights sit high, the recoil direction feels great, and the fact that when you are shooting, you can very easily shoot through flinch, very similar to the way that Separer shot. And even though it does have a little less stability, which means it's going to take a little bit more flinch, about, I don't know, 1% or 2, we're talking a very, very small amount, it is going to feel a lot better. Now, really, I think the moral of the story is you can choose whichever one you want. They both have huge upsides, and they are both incredible hand cannons, and they are by far the best ones for the kinetic slot. They blow any of the other ones out of the water. I know people are arguing Ice Luna. It really doesn't compete with either of these due to the fact that this is Adept and this is crafted. They are just outstatting the heck out of Ice Luna completely. And the fact that, well, you get what you want on the crafted one. Let's say you don't want to grind for the D.F.A Adept that you have to do Grandmasters for. Well, getting a guaranteed Austringer from the red borders from the Castellum is also pretty accessible. It is not exactly the easiest thing to do in the world. You have to sit there and grind very hard for it, but you'll get it eventually. It's guaranteed. D.F.A Adept, a little harder to acquire, but also very accessible. Ice Luna took me hundreds of Garden of Salvation runs for a roll that is just going to be worse than an Adept or a crafted weapon. So I do not count that. And as far as the exotic hand cannons go, they are in a league of their own. And honestly, I prefer both of these over any of the exotic hand cannons in the kinetic slot. Even Ace of Spades, which, yes, it can 2-tap and is a monster in itself. So I'm going to show a game with each of these guns, and that way you guys can do your own comparison side by side. But personally, there is a reason to use both. I think I'm going to start sticking with the D.F.A over the Austringer, but that is purely personal preference. I think you guys can very easily go with either or, and there is not an easy answer. So I'm going to hop into a game and I'll show it off. Alright, looks like we had a game of Eternity. Bungie really said, let's do a football field attached to another football field and cover it in snow. What do you think about that? And it's like, well, that seems like a good idea, except for the fact that, don't you think the fighting is just going to be a little bit too far out? And we're like, nah. We'll make sure they spawn on top of each other somehow. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, let's have the people spawn on top of each other. I like that. I'm just gonna get away from this guy. He's a monster. I don't fight monsters. Why are you? That man was just staring at me across the map menacingly. As you can see, we can just kind of shoot right through incoming combat. Love the evasive maneuver, sir. Big fan. You know, if I would have hit that shotgun shot, probably would have looked like I really planned that out. but I missed. I know you have to jump up. Oh, Just let me out, man. I don't deserve this. I have to shotgun this guy now. There we go. Get me out of here. I'm surrounded. Bear with me. Do you have any special, brother? Thank you. Somebody did. Okay. What a nail biter, am I right? Sheesh. You're chasing me? Why? And he put up a shield? He doesn't even want to fight me? He wants to scare me? Alright, man. This went from a D.F.A commentary into a horror movie. Okay. What is that? What just happened? Why did my gun not do any damage? Okay. So anyways, I feel like whenever I get chased, I just end up in between enemies for like such a long time. Should be able to actually pick fights now. Okay, that did kill. It's gonna take this. That way we can avoid the dude spawning back there. Probably gonna be one right here in the middle. Does look like they are back there fighting. We'll slide back over here, I guess. This is kind of the side of the map that all the fighting takes place. Just doesn't seem like anybody wants to hang out. I have to itch my nose real quick. That's why we're standing still. Okay. I don't want to be caught in the air, but like I'm trying to get to places. I want to fight people. Okay, I still don't know what that is. Excuse me? Why did I die so far around that corner? That's odd. I have no idea what that guy's using. I know it says empirical evidence. Guys, I play this game for a living. I have no idea what that is. Thank you so much. By the way, if you guys are curious about AE and how to counter it, hip firing still seems to work pretty well. I stand by that. Can't hip fire everything though, obviously. Perfect. Should we pop? Yeah, we should pop. I thought this was the empirical evidence guy. This is... Oof. Oof, close. It is nice that it has a little bit higher handling due to the perpetual motion. I will admit. As well as reload. But it's not in the base stats, so it'd be silly to call it that. Because then people will get mad at me. You're not going to re-challenge me. Yeah. That's fine. There's 3 people. I just got to pick this fight as cleverly as I can. That is a sniper rifle. I'll challenge a Whisper of the Worm. Thank you so much. And as you can see, the Reed's Regret is an incredible... I mean, D.F.A is an incredible weapon. I think most of our kills were with D.F.A, but it is genuinely my favorite hand cannon right now, and I really love the way that it feels. And when you get perpetual motion going, which I am someone who moves a lot, and by that I mean I never stop. It is still very nice to have. As well as, you know, I discount Wellspring, but Wellspring's pretty good. It's not terrible. It's like 2 to 3%, you know, for each ability. It's fine. So I really do like this roll a lot. But let's go ahead and show off the Austringer that I have, and that way you guys can get a good look at both side by side, the same video. Alright, looks like we had a game of Dead Cliffs. Oh, I don't have to show my armor off. I was about to do it all over again. Here's the exact Austringer roll again, if you guys were curious. I am running quick access lane because Icarus does nothing for me since I took off air assault. And handling, you know? Okay, that guy died somehow. Now, one thing that I do value a lot about Austringer that I can't say the same for D.F.A is the fact that it rolls with Snapshot. Snapshot is an incredible perk, and if you have higher handling, you're just going to have the better TTK. You'll have faster reaction time, you'll be able to get your shot off first, so in turn you are just going to kill faster. No, he stuck me, man! Your clan's name is Five Skin? What kind of... Anyways. No, please, I don't deserve that. Thank you. No, I don't deserve that either. Absolute menaces, honestly. Let me go ahead and... get the very consistent damage in. Now the nice thing is this ornament has a bit flatter of a sight than the rest of the Austringer ornaments, so I would recommend trying to get this ornament if you can. It is closer to D.F.A, but as you see, it's still pretty bulky. Pretty bulky. Thank goodness that killed him. Yeah, I know, I see you. I look at my radar and non-stop. Let me just fly on over here. Oh no, I missed. I missed the guns worse. See all that cool M&K movement? That's called your mouse spinning out. Means I have a dog hair on my mouse pad. It's kind of nifty. It looks really cool though. Almost like I did it on purpose. Using that to 3-peek. Those two can fight. It's fine. He never wanted to. It's whatever. Okay, guy. Okay, guy. Thank you so much. No. Whatever. So as you can see, the Ice Luna, extremely good because of the fact that it has Snapshot. Yes, I had a better performing game. Those players were not as good as the other ones. I digress. My point is that the, I said Ice Luna. The Austringer rolls with a lot nicer perks due to the fact that it is crafted, but I still like the feel of D.F.A more. I'll end up going back and forth, but the extra handling that D.F.A has due to perpetual motion will always be nice. Also the potential to get a higher stability due to perpetual motion, and if I had opening shot, then it would be the same, but I don't. So if I get opening shot, then I think D.F.A hands down for me personally, but you can definitely use either or, like I had said. If you guys are curious what I recommend on the Austringer, Eye of the Storm and opening shot or rangefinder, definitely going to be your best perk combos. I personally like snap opening. This is personal preference. But which is the better hand cannon? It was a bait all along. They're both great. Use what you want. Appreciate you guys. Hope you have an absolutely wonderful rest of your day. Catch you next one. Peace.